Mr. Bowtie's Texas High School Sports Machine is driven by Henry Finley and McCombs Ford West, a proud supporter of all area local sports. McCombs Ford West, simply the best. Brought to you by San Antonio Masonry and Steel.
Being able to open up a new school and be able to the first at this and the first at that, and knowing that we're going to be the first class to graduate, that's a blessing. We don't really realize it now, but in the future when we're adults, we're really going to have to look back on it and be very grateful.
Gives us a taste of what varsity football is going to be like in the state of Texas. We know what it's going to be like. We got a taste, and we're just ready to eat a full meal.
Hey folks, Mr. Bowtie here. Keep banging home that subscribe button on your screen so that way you can stay up to date on all the great local sports coverage not found on TV or in a cheap web stream. And don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie 1982. It's fast, it's free, and you're going to make my dogs think I'm the best person in the world. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. High school football has been played in the state of Texas for well over 100 years, and through the generations there have been many dynasties. Teams like Westlake, Lake Travis, Judson, Katy, Southlake, Carroll, Dallas, Highland Park, Abilene High, among many others. Those schools have two things in common: lots of vowels in their names and a first game. That's right, every dynasty that I named had to start with a first game. That tradition continues as San Antonio Pieper High School plays its inaugural varsity game, taking on Leander Glenn. The Grizzlies are in their 5th year of existence. They've been to the tournament all 4 years of their existence, so they have just one playoff win, though they do have success in other sports. As for Pieper, they did play an outlaw schedule last year, but this is their first varsity game, and they've got their own stadium, their brand new stadium here in Kinder Ranch, just outside of San Antonio, so it's nice and quiet, great place to catch a football game. So could Pieper take the first step towards maybe adding their name down the road to the great dynasties? One way to find out is check out all the action presented by McCombs Ford West and San Antonio Masonry and Steel. The stadium is known as the Coliseum for its setup reminiscent to the old Roman Coliseum. Hey, call your friends and tell them to watch. This is Insider Access, San Antonio Pieper's debut.
1, 2, 3, Warriors! How's your trip out here, Mr. Bowtie?
Oh, we're doing good. How about how's the prep work getting ready for the first official game?
It's going pretty good. I'm excited. I'm pumped up for it, and I think the rest of the boys are too.
We gonna start quick and clean! Quick and clean!
Some of the sights and sounds behind the scenes of Pieper's debut. Unfortunately for the home team, they look like an expansion team in the first half, quickly falling down 34-0 in the first 18 minutes of the game. They struggled to move the ball while Glenn ran up and down the field, and the Grizzlies got a pick six from Dalton Bradley, one of 2 interceptions he had. DJ Dugar could not be stopped in the opening half as he ran all over the field, breaking tackles and scoring 2 touchdowns.
We've been practicing that route all week, and we knew we were going to run it. They ran it the first play, and I was right there to get that. They started off slow, and we came out really hot. We kind of lost that momentum at halftime because we thought we thought we had it.
We practiced running through blocks and the pads, making sure that we keep our feet high so nobody can bring us down from the legs or any above the waist.
After that first half, we went into the locker room, and we just came up to each other, and we said we love each other, and we're going to play for each other. And when we came out, that's exactly what we did. We got that stop. We got to the bench. We got to stop. We got to drink some water. We got to take a breather. And we just said, we love you. We gave everybody a hug, and we just played for each other. And that's what we did the whole game. They didn't score another point in the second half. We need to do that first half next game, and we'll be on to go for a great season.
We threw a pick six, fumbled it, didn't recover a kickoff. So we just had to go out there and play fun, have fun, and good things would happen.
But the defense amazingly shut out the Grizzlies the final 30 minutes of the contest. Towards the end of the first half, the Warriors finally began moving the ball, picking up first downs. Their first points in school history didn't come until the third quarter when Tanner Lieb made a field goal that broke up the shutout. The first turnover forced in school history was a Laeton Lopez knockout of the ball off Dugar, recovered by Chase Kiehne. Later in that drive, 4th down to 27, no field goal attempt. Jake Strachan threw it up for the end zone. Logan Yurick came down with it in the brand new end zone for the first official touchdown in Pieper full varsity history.
We saw that if the corner was outside leverage, that I was going to stick that post, and we came out there. He called the play up, and I saw that he was outside leverage, so at 10, I just cut it and hit that post. My slot receiver, he ran a beautiful bender to occupy that safety. Without him, there probably wouldn't be that play. It really takes him dragging that safety over to make the play.
34-10 after 3, that's how the game finished. It was a sloppy second half for Glenn as they couldn't move the ball like they did in the first half, but after starting 0-4 last year, the Grizzlies are off to a 1-0 start.
It's definitely good, and even though it was a sloppy win, we always can do better, but it's better to be on the right side of this, not on the losing side, so we're just going to take the win home.
For Pieper, they didn't open up with a win, but if they play like they did in the second half, the wins will come.
But it is their athletic. But there's no reason why we should have. It's over, though. It's on to Wimberley. We know how we play when we just play within ourselves. We know that, and I love y'all boys. Let's just practice tomorrow. Be here, every single one of y'all. I don't care what your excuse is. Monday, you're here. Everything.
No matter what happens. And if you keep believing, if you keep fighting, you will accomplish all of our goals, I promise you. We got to learn from this. There's tons of positives from the second half. That ultimately, we can't make that many mistakes in the first half and overcome it. We just can't, okay? Because we're already fighting with one hand behind our back.
We picked up the tempo. We can, if we play fast, good things will happen for us, and we saw that. So we just got to pick up our tempo, keep our stamina up, and then we'll be good.
Gives us a taste of what varsity football is going to be like in the state of Texas. We know what it's going to be like. We got a taste. And we're just ready to eat a full meal.
The Warriors will try again for their first full varsity win next week against the always tough Wimberley Texans. Reporting from Kinder Ranch in the Hill Country, I am Mr. Bowtie.